CES Tech Trends to watch. Please take your seats at this time as our program is about to begin. We ask that you please silence all cell phones and mobile devices for the duration of the presentation. Please welcome CTA Vice President of Marketing and Communications, Melissa Harrison.
You can do better than that. How are we doing? Amazing. It is so wonderful to be back with you at CES 2026. This room is filled with people who shape how the world understands innovation. Media, analysts, and content creators from around the globe. The stories you tell don't just cover technology, they help define what matters. So thank you so very much for being with us today. Today's conversation is about what's next, and more importantly, what it means for how we live, how we work, and the future we're building together. To help us unpack that, I'm thrilled to be joined by the Senior Director of Innovation and Trends at the Consumer Technology Association and our favorite futurist. Please give a warm welcome for Brian Homiski.
Thank you so much, Melissa. It's exciting to be back at CES. We have a lot to get to, but we want to continue this conversation after the presentation too.
That's right, so back by popular demand, our LinkedIn codes are on the screens on either side of us, so you can all reach out after the day session. We'd love to talk with you more. Also, we have the QR code for today's presentation, and I'm starting to see all of you take your phones out, which is great. I promise we're going to share it again at the end so you don't miss anything. Brian, are you ready to get to it?
I sure am.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Whether you're building the next breakthrough in AI, revolutionizing mobility, or reimagining how we live and connect, CES is the place to see what's next. What's next starts with the breakthroughs of today, whether they're evolutionary changes in the products we know, or revolutionary leaps into the unknown. CES 2026 is where innovators show up to display how human-centric advancements are changing our world.
So Brian, you often say that technology doesn't change in isolation. People do. And so why does that matter so much right now?
Well, technology adoption mirrors human behavior. Political, generational, and sociocultural shifts impact tech adoption and use. However, economic changes often cut at the very core of the evolution between humanity and technology. So to understand where tech is going, we need to understand the global and U.S. economic outlook first.
So to unpack this, let's look at the global outlook. What does it tell us?
Well, in a combination of data from both NIQ and CTA, we can see that the global tech and durables market will reach a collective 1.3 trillion US dollars by the end of 2026. Globally, the market is being held static as growth occurs in some regions of the world while others see a contraction. North America is holding steady, but if you do a deeper dive into the US, you see growth forecasted for 2026.
All right, this is really interesting. So let's zoom in on the US a little bit more. And I should know for everyone in the room, you are the first to see this new data from the Consumer Technology Association's just released January 2026 industry forecast. Brian, tell us more about what's happening in the US.
Happy to. And I want to add that CTA takes a more holistic view that includes software and services. So these numbers will be slightly higher than the global numbers. But let's talk overall trends. Despite economic challenges, uncertainty, and tariff pressures, CTA projects U.S. consumer technology industry revenue to reach $565 billion US dollars in 2026. Consumers are still buying technology, just more intentional. Retail revenue is expected to rise by 3.4% in 2026, though unit shipments are relatively flat. We're in a long tail refresh cycle following the pandemic, so with longer lifespans and delayed upgrades. At the same time, software and services are hitting record revenue, even as subscriber growth slows, especially with the rise of ad-supported streaming.
So I know that we could talk about this all day. There's a lot to unpack. But please, because we have to get to a whole bunch of other things, I'm asking you to visit cti.tech to view the full forecast. Okay, Brian, so with that foundation, how do we even start to think about CES 2026?
Well, innovation doesn't occur in silos. Breakthroughs of one technology influence the advances of another, because like the humans they benefit, they're never just one thing. These technologies can be grouped into three megatrends: intelligent transformation, longevity, and engineering tomorrow.
Let's take a look at the first trend. Can you tell us how intelligent transformation is different from digital transformation, which we talked about last year?
Happy to. Over the past 20 years, digital transformation, defined by the pivot of enterprises to the cloud, shaped technology and innovation. The digital lives of consumers also greatly increased through the rise of local connectivity, e-commerce, and more. In the 2020s, we find ourselves in a new era: intelligent transformation. This is a wave of innovation brought about by the rise of artificial intelligence and its increasing capabilities, which is changing the operations of enterprises, the functions of workers, and the lives of consumers.
So that makes it feel like we're in the middle of a truly foundational leap.
Yes, and it's one that will impact and improve millions of lives.
Okay, so what enables a leap of this magnitude?
It begins with three key factors that define modern digital infrastructure and the technologies that shape it. First, security, and the latest advancements in cybersecurity from firms like Bitdefender or France's Thales ensure data and other exchanges of information are encrypted and safe for uninterrupted communication.
So, if I get this right, cybersecurity enables trust for intelligent transformation to occur.
That's right.
Okay.
And so second, you have scalability, which is cloud computing like Amazon's AWS, Microsoft's Azure, create the infrastructure that makes innovation elastic and global. Intelligent transformation needs scalability from the cloud to expand its impact across all verticals and across businesses of all sizes. And finally, there's simulation, which is how we transform data into intelligent action to allow faster and smarter decision making. This starts at the chip level from innovators like AMD, who will be keynoting on Monday night. AI simulates human productivity to serve as the ultimate collaboration tool.
And Brian, you've done some deep diving into what workers are doing and how they're already using AI. What did you find?
Well, we found after examining how AI has become a collaboration tool for many workers across multiple markets. And so what we did was we surveyed several European, Korean, and US markets, and awareness of AI exceeded 90% across all of them.
It's incredible.
But more notably, people were rapidly adopting the use of AI at their workplaces.
Okay, so how many respondents were already using AI at work?
In each of the markets, more than 40% of people in every country have used AI at work. The US led the way with nearly 63% of US workers saying that they've used AI at work, which saved them 8.7 hours of work per week. Our data is showing that AI is evolving from something experimental into something essential for the enterprise and workers.
So I know that you're the true researcher, but I want to do a quick poll in the room. How many of you are currently using AI in your workplace? That seems pretty right on the money for the rest of our research. Okay, so the real question is, where does AI go next?
Well, AI isn't static. It's dynamic with multiple avenues for innovation. Some of these innovative frontiers that you'll see at CES 2026 include agentic AI, which marks a fundamental shift from AI responding to prompts to AI taking initiative. It's no longer help write me an email. It's asking, hey, manage my inbox for the day. AI agents from firms like Accenture act autonomously on our behalf, turning AI from tool into teammate. Vertical AI reminds us that the large foundational models that grab headlines are not the only disruptors of entire industries. Some AI models are becoming smaller and more specialized to be tailored to specific industries like healthcare, mobility, and agriculture. Finally, industrial AI, which embeds intelligence directly into sectors like infrastructure, logistics, and manufacturing. This is where companies like Hitachi are using industrial AI technology to boost the productivity, resilience, and scalability of entire industrial sectors.
This is so interesting, and as part of this, I want to remind everybody, you do not want to miss the taping of the All In podcast with McKinsey & Company and General Catalyst. They're going to be talking about all of these things on AI at 2 p.m. on Tuesday at the Venetian. And what I think is really interesting about this conversation, Brian, is that this isn't really theoretical anymore. We're going to see this on the show floor.
As you can see here, Siemens will showcase how it's developing AI, digital twin, and automation technology to drive real-world impact and usher in a new era of AI-ready manufacturing, infrastructure, and transportation, where the real and digital worlds are combined to transform the everyday.
And speaking of keynotes, Siemens President and CEO Roland Busch will discuss all of these AI-powered innovations at their keynote on Tuesday at 8:30 at the Venetian.
You'll also see dynamic innovations of artificial intelligence on the show floor. SoundHound AI will also demonstrate how agentic AI can transform the automotive experience. Mound.ai will showcase artificial intelligence innovations that can revolutionize multiple different verticals and industries.
Okay, so Brian, our next topic is a fan favorite that I know everyone is talking about, or maybe it's just me and Kenzie with her robot earrings. Let's talk about physical AI, also known as robots. Will we see robots at CES 2026?
Yes, we certainly can. And we'll see many robots for physical AI on display at CES in North Hall, but also across the entire venue. We'll see the next generation of humanoids from companies like K Humanoid Alliance, who are adding AI to complement human activity through improved motion and language. We'll see advanced models of consumer, healthcare, and industrial robots, which are bringing AI on board to better understand their environments and complete more complex tasks. Take a company like RoboRobotic that has added robotic arms to their vacuum cleaners to accomplish more difficult cleaning tasks.
Okay, this is something that is incredibly helpful and exciting for me. I just need to know, can it also pick up dog toys, which is the issue in my house? And for anyone with kids, what about Legos?
Yes, and for us, cat toys in our household.
Yes.
Which is such an important innovation.
We have said every year we're going to incorporate our animals into this presentation. So next year we have to get pictures.
Next year's picture, so we got the shout out. And finally, physical AI has to be considered in the form of autonomous vehicles, which have continued to accelerate from CES 2026 innovators like Tensor Auto, Valeo, Waymo, and Zoox. AI scenario simulation allows autonomous vehicles to rapidly learn how to navigate new environments, leading to a safer future of transportation.
It's really exciting to see how quickly this is becoming reality. Okay, what are some of the other must-see robotic innovations on the show floor?
Well, Unitree will be showcasing some of the latest in humanoid and quadruped technologies. Rich Tech Robotics will demonstrate how robotic applications can move beyond hospitality and into other sectors like healthcare and logistics. And Sharpa will display their cutting-edge advancements in human-like motion from their robotic hands and arms.
So thus far, we've been talking about intelligence embedded in machines, robots that can see and move. Let's shift perspective just a little bit to intelligence designed to augment humans. I mean, we're seeing a whole new ecosystem of intelligent vision emerge through advances in smart glasses and XR headsets.
Yes, and it starts with new hardware from CES exhibitors like Even Realities, Persona AI, and XReal that offer sleeker form factors that are more comfortable and even fashionable. Voice interfaces allow for hands-free interactions with additional features such as simultaneous translations, video and audio recording, and even QR payments. Smart glasses and XR headsets are being increasingly leveraged for industrial applications like warehouse optimization, remote surgery that allows doctors to support a surgeon from thousands of miles away, or even serving as a tutor.
I mean, this is truly remarkable. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground so far. Let's all bring it together. Brian, as we wrap up this mega trend, where do you think intelligent transformation is ultimately taking us?
At CES 2026, we're going to see intelligent transformation driving a fundamental shift. The devices and hardware we know and love are becoming becoming intelligent platforms designed to deliver deeply personalized, adaptive experiences. That starts with the devices we use every day, like Samsung smartphones with Galaxy AI, Lenovo's latest AI PCs, and LG TVs with built-in AI features.
And this is also your reminder that if you haven't already picked up your ticket to the Lenovo keynote at 5 p.m. on Tuesday at Sphere, now is the time to do it. It's going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And what you're really going to see here from their keynote and beyond with these exhibitors is that the phone is evolving into an intelligent personal assistant. The PC becomes an advanced productivity tool, and the TV transforms from a passive screen into an interactive hub that manages your smartphone. But it doesn't stop there. We should also be watching how automobiles and smart glasses themselves evolve into personalized platforms, responding in real time.
So we've talked about how technology is transforming industries, devices, and entire systems. Let's turn to something a little more personal, how those innovations are improving human lives. Let's shift to your next megatrend, longevity.
One of the most profound measures of progress is quality of life. And right now, technology is redefining our pursuit of improved quality of life. This pursuit of longevity speaks to how we achieve longer, healthier, better, smarter, and even cultured living.
You're right, there have been rapid advancements in biotechnology and health tech, creating the potential for humans to live longer.
That's right, there are 3 key breakthroughs to watch at CES 2026. First, the GLP-1 ecosystem. We'll see how GLP-1s are transcending from weight management to reshaping an entire ecosystem where innovators in markets like diabetes and metabolic health, sleep apnea, fitness, and even the food industry adjust their products to these drugs.
And I just want to go back a year, because we were sitting on this stage a year ago, and you mentioned this at Tech Trends, and it has just continued to grow.
Yeah, it's really one of the fastest growing areas that you think in the space. Next is precision medicine, taking longer living further. It shifts healthcare from one size fits all to data-driven personalization. Advances in genomics, biomarker detection, and AI-powered analytics mean we can forecast health risks and tailor interventions long before symptoms appear. And underpinning it all is remote care, wearables, connected diagnostic devices, and telehealth platforms that extend continuous, proactive care beyond clinic walls.
And at the Venetian and beyond, you'll see entire systems form around the idea that health is changing all the time, and technology can be your first and best line of defense. Ryan, let's talk a little bit more about the digital health revolution.
Absolutely. One example that you'll see that's great is the Withings Body Scan 2. It is an advanced smart health scale that goes far beyond just measuring weight. When you step on it and hold its handle, it uses bioelectrical sensors to provide segmental body composition, giving you precise fat and muscle mass data, plus metabolic markers like visceral fat and resting calories. It can also record a 6-lead ECG to assess heart rhythm and offers insights into nerve health and vascular age, all synced to your phone via the Withings HealthMate app for tracking trends over time.
I mean, it's like having a mini health monitoring system in your house.
Exactly right. And all of this is part of the larger arc of health innovation, which can be seen in 3 interconnected layers: triage, management, and empowerment. First, triage. AI-powered symptom checkers, telehealth platforms, or Humetrix's AI-powered solutions can now guide a patient from something feels off to the right level of care within minutes without leaving home. Second is management. Remote patient monitoring, think connected glucose monitors, digital stethoscopes, and cloud-linked blood pressure cuffs keep care continuous, reducing hospital readmissions and freeing up provider capacity. We'll see companies like Withings and Vivu at CES in the health management and triage space. Finally, empowerment. Health data is no longer locked in silos. Patients are becoming the executives of their own health, tracking everything from heart rhythm to sleep quality in real time via dynamic and sleek wearables.
And speaking of wearables, I'm going to show you my finger because I'm wearing the Oura Ring. Oura CEO Tom Hale will be keynoting at CES 2026, the Leaders in Technology dinner on Wednesday, to talk working technology behind the Oura Ring. It tracks sleep, readiness, and daily health metrics via medical grade sensors. But Brian, it's important to know that longevity is not just about extending years, it's about bettering the quality of those years.
Exactly right. And at CES 2026, we'll see how accessibility, mental health tech, and wellness innovations converge to create better living. It starts with accessibility, which is being enhanced through adaptive technology. We'll see companies like Human in Motion Robotics developing exoskeletons to assist people, AI-enabled devices that can help with hearing loss, and a whole range of other innovations designed to make sure everyone can feel included in the advancements of technology.
And Ryan, I feel like you just tapped into a very important conversation here at CES. I would love to tell everyone about the accessibility stage that's going to be in the Venetian. Please go visit it. The CES Accessibility Stage presented by the CTA Foundation and Verizon is going to have incredible conversations on this content.
It's going to be critically important, those conversations, and I'm excited to see them as well. In mental health, we'll see elevated solutions from passive tracking to proactive support. Startups are leveraging voice biomarkers to detect early signals of depression and anxiety, while tech platforms are scaling cognitive behavioral therapy through conversational AI chatbots. And in wellness tech, innovations in sleep technology companies are optimizing rest through precision biometric monitoring, while smart nutrition platforms are emerging to tailor diet to individual metabolic responses.
Brian, if there's one thing that we can probably all agree upon in this room is that we will all need more sleep after CES 2026.
100% agree.
But together, these trends really represent an innovative shift in the pursuit of longevity that is more accessible, resilient, and inclusive. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about accessibility because it really is such an important part of the conversation in the CES ecosystem.
Exactly. There's a wave of breakthrough solutions that expand beyond physical capability, enhance sensory access, and support populations traditionally left out of digital health's early evolution. And what you're seeing here is Neuroverse, powered by Verde Labs from Avance. It's a platform that allows brands to test creative and experience design against over 3 million real human reactions, representing neurotypical and neurodivergent perspectives. Instead of relying on averages or assumptions, Neuroverse uses AI personas to measure emotional response, cognitive load, and sensory impact. This gives teams a clearer view of how content resonates, so experiences are designed to work for your minds. This is human-driven AI applied to real-world brand decisions.
It's really incredible, and it reinforces how critical accessibility and inclusion are to our conversation. Okay, but longevity isn't only about health tech or data, it also extends into the physical spaces where we live and how those spaces support us over time, which means it starts at home.
Across the nation and throughout the halls of CES, we'll see how innovations in the home, like those from Tuvia and Soft at Home, are reinforcing the smart home's role as the foundation for smarter, healthier living. First, AI personalization is taking center stage. These are connected systems that don't just automate, they anticipate. Lighting, climate, and entertainment adapt to individual routines and preferences, learning from daily habits to create truly intelligent ambient environments. Second, the smart home is becoming a home health hub. Devices we already recognize, smart mirrors, smoke detectors, and even doorbells are increasingly being viewed by consumers as critical health and safety tools. Third, energy customization is reshaping sustainability and comfort. Smart panels and adaptive storage systems help households optimize energy use based on peak demand, renewable availability, and schedules, improving resilience while lowering costs. And finally, security standardization is arriving as Matter and other protocols mature. Devices from companies like ADT can now work seamlessly together, strengthening privacy, security, and physical well-being across the entire home.
I just love how our houses are getting smarter and more personalized. I can literally turn on all the lights in my house from my phone right now, but I would mess up my husband's presettings, and I don't want to do that. Speaking of personalization, which I think is a word that's going to be across all of CES. Let's talk about how cultured living works. How do we create and express identity across fashion and beauty?
Well, in fashion tech, we'll see XR act as a bridge between the physical and virtual fashion worlds, where avatars and real-life wardrobes influence each other. And in beauty tech, we'll see companies like L'Oreal and Hallmark Korea showcase the latest innovation from AI personalization to accessible beauty and beyond. These innovations form the foundation of cultured living.
This is really about blending art, identity, and technology, where the tools we use every day don't just support our lives, they become a canvas for who we are. And what's striking about cultured living is that it's no longer just about products, it's really about expression and scale. The same shift is happening in another place, though, where identity, creativity, and technology collide, and that is video. Because video isn't just about entertainment anymore, it's about how culture moves and how audiences connect. And as we look at the future of video, streaming is no longer just disrupting traditional television, it's evolving into a more complex ecosystem. I mean, for example, the Oscars just announced that it will move to YouTube in 2029. So Brian, tell us more about some of the major trends you're seeing across video.
Well, one of the biggest themes we're seeing is that ad-supported streaming has become the industry's main growth engine. At CES, that shows up in a lot of innovation around better targeting, improved measurement, and more sophisticated connected TV advertising. Second, short-form video content continues to define how audiences discover and engage with the content they enjoy. Short-form isn't just a complement to long-form streaming. It's a funnel, a testing ground, and increasingly a standalone entertainment category.
And we'll even see that in our living rooms. Like Instagram Reels are coming to Amazon Fire for a new dedicated app called Instagram for TV.
Exactly, that's a huge change in the ecosystem. And finally, AI is transforming how video is produced. From automated editing and localization to virtual production and generative content creation, AI is expanding creative possibilities. At CES, we see AI-powered tools that blur the line between professional and user-generated content, accelerating the pace at which video ideas move from concept to screen.
Okay, so Brian, we've talked about what's changing in video. What about audio? What should we watch for? I'm sorry, actually, what should we listen for in audio?
Well, audio streaming is entering its next phase, defined not just by music, but by breadth, flexibility, and new forms of creation. First, platforms are pushing beyond music to become full audio ecosystems. Audiobooks and podcasts are driving deeper engagement and longer listening sessions. Audio is becoming an all-day companion.
So, quick question. Is this my opportunity to promote the CES Tech Talk podcast, where we cover all of these important trends with some inspiring guests available wherever you listen?
I think it's exactly the moment to promote it.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, moving on. Next.
Of course, second, hybrid monetization models are becoming the norm. Subscriptions remain important, but they're now layered with advertising, creator subscriptions, tipping, and premium add-ons. This flexibility helps platforms reach broader audiences while giving creators more ways to monetize. Finally, we're seeing the rise of synthetic and AI-generated voice, which enables faster narration, personalization at scale, and new interactive formats. But it also does raise important questions around authenticity, rights, and trust.
And if we're talking about immersive experiences, I know there are probably more than a few gamers in the room. Do we have any gamers? Okay, so Brian, the audience has asked, what's happening with gaming?
I feel like I raised my hand.
I know.
But the future of gaming is being shaped by how games are built, how worlds come to life, and how experiences evolve over time. There are three trends driving that transformation. First, AI is changing game development itself. From procedural world building and NPC behavior to automated testing and asset creation, AI tools are helping studios build larger, richer experiences faster and more efficiently. Second, performance capture is becoming more immersive and more accessible. Advances in real-time facial capture, motion tracking, and virtual production are allowing creators to deliver more emotionally authentic characters and cinematic storytelling. finally, live service models continue to redefine how games are played and monetized. Games are no longer just static products. This model extends player engagement and creates recurring revenue, but it also raises the bar for ongoing innovation and player trust.
And really, gaming isn't an outlier. The same forces that are reshaping games, ongoing engagement, platform-based experiences, and new monetization models are now reshaping content and culture more broadly, which is where C-Space comes in. C-Space is CES's gathering point for the advertising, entertainment, and content communities. And if you want to understand how advertisers, marketers, and media companies are navigating this shift, you need to head over to the Aria, Padaro, and Cosmo.
Well, at C-Space and throughout the show, innovations from content companies like Warner Brothers Discovery and SiriusXM are crafting and monetizing the compelling content we enjoy. And we'll certainly learn more about the ad landscape, which will change in response to this, as well from innovative firms like Cortez.
And you don't want to miss the C-Space keynote from the Boss CEO and Vivendi Chairman, Yannick Bolloré, at 11 a.m. on Tuesday at the Aria. Okay, Brian, I'm looking at our time. We are so quickly running out of it. Let's explore our last theme for today, engineering tomorrow.
Our final megatrend, Engineering Tomorrow, is about technologies offering breakthrough solutions that will reshape how we move, power, feed, and structure our world.
I love this category. At CTA, we see technology not just as a set of tools, but as the blueprint for building solutions to our greatest challenges and unlocking our biggest opportunities. So let's start with automotive innovation.
When we look at the road ahead, three P's stand out as the real horsepower behind the industry's transformation.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I love a good pun, couldn't resist. First, platforms. Cars are no longer just machines. They're becoming software-defined ecosystems, like your smartphone on wheels, modular hardware, over-the-air updates, and open operating systems mean manufacturers can innovate continuously after the sale. Second, personalization. Consumers now expect their cars to adapt to them, not the other way around. AI-powered driver profiles, adaptive infotainment, and predictive maintenance tailor the experience to each driver's needs. And finally, partnerships. The future car isn't built in isolation. Automakers are joining forces with tech companies, cloud providers, battery innovators, and even content platforms to accelerate innovation. Platforms create the foundation, personalization makes it human, partnerships make it possible.
And you'll see all of this innovation across the convention center. We are really redefining mobility across land, sea, and air, not just as a product, but as an evolving, connected experience.
And as technology becomes more connected, protecting systems in real time is no longer optional. The Bosch Defender reflects this shift using always-on monitoring and intelligent detection to identify unusual activity as it happens. Built to integrate seamlessly with existing environments, Defender provides continuous visibility without slowing operations. Automated alerts and scalable architecture supports faster response and greater resilience, showcasing how modern security technology is evolving to meet today's connected world.
We're really seeing this technology reshape mobility.
Exactly, and you'll see that through other exhibitors like BlackBerry QNX, showing how the software-defined vehicle is redefining mobility through safer, more intelligent automotive systems. A Movio system working in invisible biometric displays demonstrates how human-machine interaction is evolving within the software-defined vehicle. And these systems integrate advanced sensing beneath seamless surfaces, enabling drivers to authenticate themselves or interact with vehicle controls without visible hardware. Another example, Qualcomm, advancing SDVs through innovations in sensing, connectivity, and high-performance computing. Its platforms help vehicles communicate with their surroundings, interpret real-time data, and support cloud-enabled services.
And all of this together is building toward autonomy.
Exactly. And what you're seeing here is cutting-edge self-driving technology, the Waymo Jaguar I-Pace, gliding through the busy streets of San Francisco. You'll see the vehicle negotiating intersections, scanning for pedestrians and cyclists with its sensors and handling complex urban environments with precision. This is not just a demonstration, it's the reality of autonomous riding. The car's suite of cameras, LiDAR, and radar work together to read the road ahead and make split-second decisions, aiming to increase safety and accessibility.
So there is actually autonomous driving in Las Vegas. So I want to know, did anybody take a Zoox to get here today? Oh, I heard a couple of yeses. Amazing. So Brian and I rode together in a Waymo for the first time in San Francisco this fall, and we were downright giddy. It really shows that the self-driving future isn't theoretical anymore, it's on the road. And if you ask nicely, I may even show you the video of Brian and I in the car. We are going to play it today.
I know, that was such a fun experience.
Okay, we can talk about that all day long. It's so exciting, but Brian, as you know, innovation is not siloed. It really does compound across sectors. Breakthroughs in one system lead to advancements in multiple verticals. In West Hall, I cannot wait to get over there. We're going to see how small innovation can make a big difference, and I'm talking literally big.
I mean, one example of this is Caterpillar, which is redefining what heavy equipment can do. Through advances in AI, machine learning, and autonomous functionality, Caterpillar is creating safer, more efficient ways for customers to dig, mine, and build.
And I'm really excited because Caterpillar CEO Joe Reed will be discussing their innovative work in this keynote on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. in the Venetian.
We'll also see how Doosan, recent winner of the CES Innovation Award for its Scan-and-Go autonomous robotic solution, is bringing AI into the construction industry to improve precision, safety, and productivity. And in agriculture, John Deere's next-generation autonomous tractors show how these same technologies are boosting productivity while reducing resource waste, environmental impact, and operational fatigue for farmers.
And John Deere's first autonomous tractor was actually announced at my first CES in 2022. And today we're seeing just how far these technologies have already evolved and how widely they're being applied.
It's really exciting to see. And together, these examples highlight a future where intelligent machines elevate human capability and reshape productivity. Which leads us to our final example, where we'll see how the future of public safety is being powered by exhibitor launch. Through the development of electric and hybrid electric fire trucks and other urban vehicles, you will see how technology can be leveraged for a safer environment for everyone.
I mean, as a daughter of a firefighter, I cannot wait to see what they're going to have on the show floor this year. I heard it's big. Okay, now let's hear more about agri-food technology because it's implying some of the same automation, intelligence, and systems thinking to build a more efficient and resilient food chain.
We're seeing automation in the field through robotic mowers and precision harvesters from companies like Kubota, helping alleviate labor shortages, improve efficiency, and support sustainable land management. AI-powered insights are also driving improved yields as farmers can now use predictive analytics. And food distribution is radically transforming with indoor and vertical farming. From climate-controlled warehouses to microgreen farms in your own home, from companies like InstaFarm, production is moving closer to urban centers, reducing transport emissions while ensuring fresher, more resilient food supply chains.
So what we're seeing is really not just about new farming techniques, but a rethinking of how food reaches the table. And what connects all of us through these breakthroughs is energy. Okay, so engineering tomorrow's energy system means that we have to innovate faster to meet rapidly growing power demands from AI to quantum, while accelerating the transition to a more sustainable energy future.
That's right, and electrification is accelerating across industries. From EV innovation from Geely and Verge Next to the electrification of home heating and industrial processes, we're witnessing a wholesale shift towards electrification. Grid modernization is enabling resilience and scalability. Smart grids now balance demand in real time, integrate distributed resources like rooftop solar and storage, and harness AI to predict and prevent outages. It's a shift from one-way power delivery to a dynamic, adaptive energy ecosystem. And power source experimentation is driving energy innovations for the future. Beyond wind and solar, we're seeing breakthroughs in hydrogen, next-gen nuclear like small modular reactors, and even early-stage fusion concepts.
And what's so exciting is these aren't distant ideas. They're showing up at CES 2026 in very real ways. Across the show floor, companies of all sizes are rethinking how we generate, store, and use energy every day.
They are, and for example, you'll see LV Energy will be showcasing how they turn ambient noise into electrical energy, a novel way to generate power that you'll be able to check out in Eureka Park in the beach.
I mean, the ambient noise at CES alone could probably power all of Las Vegas for a while.
I think so. And Korea's Pepco and KHNP will both be in North Hall to showcase the city of the future and how power sources like nuclear, hydro, and more will power tomorrow.
So we started today's discussion focusing on modern infrastructure, cybersecurity, cloud, AI. But one of the most exciting things at CES this year is the new CES Foundry, where the future of digital infrastructure is being engineered.
Well, this starts with blockchain, offering unhackable layers of security. The rise of quantum is set to revolutionize computing and is poised to take scalability of businesses and complex innovations to new heights. And artificial intelligence will work alongside physical AI or robotics to offer key simulation of human productivity to complement human labor.
I am so excited to get over there on days 2 and 3. CES Foundry is at Fontainebleau. I encourage everybody to make time to visit the CES Foundry for brilliant conversations and some amazing demos. Okay, Rick, we have covered so much. I'm going to ask you the toughest question you're going to get all day. If you had to summarize CES 2026 in a few ideas, what would they be?
We'll see innovation that will drive the intelligent transformation of the economy, allow us to pursue longevity for longer, healthier, better, and even cultured lives, and engineer tomorrow's solutions that will solve some of the world's biggest challenges. Simply put, CES is the window to tomorrow.
I could not agree more, and I'm so excited to get over to Unveil Las Vegas and for the show to open on Tuesday, because CES is where innovators show up. Brian, I cannot believe that we're almost out of time again. Thank you so much for these important insights.
Thank you so much. It's an exciting time to be at CES.
And as promised, you can find the QR code for today's presentation again on the screen. Thank you all so much for joining us. We wish you all the best at CES 2026. See you out on the show floor. Thank you.